Man, why are these games like this? Every Bills game, it seems like they are just taking years off of my life. I came away with the dub though. Let's get into it. What's going on, y'all? TK here, back with another edition of TK's Commentaries, giving my end of the game thoughts on the Bills-Bengals Week 14 NFL matchup. Buffalo coming away with the victory at home, 39-34. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Grinding over here on YouTube on the road to 100 followers. Let's get into it. This game was tough fought and gritty as hell. It took a second half performance to come away with this victory. Allen putting on the Superman cape, defense stepping up and making some plays at the right time. It was nuts. As a Bills fan, your heart rate, your blood pressure is just up. It's just, you're just like, oh my God, can I have a second to breathe? A few takeaways from this game. One thing I do want to mention. I would love to know. Actually, there's a couple things. I would love to know how T. Higgins was allowed to stay in the game after just recently clearing concussion protocol, so they got him back. But he hit his head on the ground a few times, the first one being the worst, and he came back. And there was a few other times he hit his head. I don't know how he was able to stay in the game, as he did get a touchdown late in the fourth. I would also like to know on James Cook's first fumble. He reached out for the touchdown. The call on the field was a touchdown. It ended up being negated due to a holding call on Buffalo. Cincinnati challenged the call. Challenged, saying that they were wondering if the ball perhaps crossed the goal line and then went out of bounds, which would have ended up being a touchback by rule, and Cincinnati ball at the 20. Goes through commercial break, comes back. The call ended up happening after the challenge it had said that he was short of the goal line. Ball was a fumble, but it went out of bounds, but it was short of the goal line. However, they deemed that Cincinnati did not challenge it, so they gave him the challenge back, and they never charged him a timeout. I get all scoring plays are reviewed, but how was the scoring play was nullified with the offensive holding? So how was that deemed not a review, that Cincinnati didn't have to challenge and they didn't lose their timeout? I don't know. That to me did not make any sense. That fumble was one of two fumbles that James Cook had. He lost the second one as it got knocked away as he was trying to score a touchdown. At the 2-yard line, they ended up getting the ball and as a touchback. Other than that, Cook had 18 attempts for 80 yards rushing to go along with 2 receptions for 31 yards, as he had 100 total plus yards. Burrow, who had a pretty solid day, I do say so, had 25 of 36 for 284 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 2 picks. Higgins, who I mentioned earlier, had hit his head a couple times, had 6 receptions for 92 yards and 2 touchdowns. Gesicki had a solid game as well, 6 receptions, 86 yards, and a touchdown. Chase Brown for them had a 2-touchdown game as well. Buffalo's defense stepped up when they needed to. 2 plays changed the course of this game. The Benford pick 6, who Benford had 1 tackle, 1 sack, a tackle for a loss, a pass defended, an interception, and a pick 6. Back-to-back great games from Christian Benford. Love to see that. Had the interception of Burrow, and then the very next drive, Jordan Phillips tips the pass, had his pass defend, and A.J. Epinesa got an interception as well. 2 big plays from the defense. On that next drive, 2 big plays from the defense in back-to-back drives. Back-to-back interceptions, as Allen would hit Jackson Hawes for a 3-yard touchdown, completing what would have been a 14-point swing. The very next drive after that, Cincinnati would go 4 plays, 66 yards in 50 seconds to get the touchdown, which was to T. Higgins. But then Josh Allen would put on the cape once again, converting a 3rd and 15, get 17 yards to seal the game, which Allen himself, as I mentioned, put on the Superman cape. 22 of 28, 251 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, 9 attempts, 78 yards, 1 touchdown, 300 plus total yards, and 3 total touchdowns. Knox had himself a day, 6 receptions for 93 yards. I was hoping maybe he would get a touchdown. He had a shot, but just couldn't bring it in. Burrow had himself a pretty solid day, with the exception of the 2 picks that he had. A Bengals fan had asked me, how confident am I in this game? I said I'd be a little bit more confident if it wasn't Burrow back there, but Allen was able to get the job done. Buffalo moves to 9-4, 6-1 at home, and things in the AFC East just got interesting. New England is on a bye this week. Next week's game in Foxborough, it just there's a little bit more hype behind it now. Buffalo goes on the road next Sunday to meet the Patriots in Foxborough, down 2 games to the Patriots with 4 games left. And if they can beat the Patriots in New England with 3 games left, things are going to get interesting the final 3 games. Buffalo scored 28 points in the second half, proving once again that they are a second half team, although I wish that they would be a first half team. The other biggest takeaway that was going on was Buffalo's third down defense. The Bengals converted 10 of 12. That needs to be cleaned up. They can't be having that. That's all I got for this week. I will catch y'all next week after the Patriots game. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'll catch y'all later. Peace, and go Bills.